a student from building technology at TUE, a study that has recently been terminated. So he's one of the last graduates from this study. But his graduation project has drawn a lot of attention, nationally, internationally. He's been all over the news. And he's going to tell you about it. Please welcome Jorrit Hijl.
Hello, I'm going to tell you something about the PechaKucha project. It's a graduation project which I did together with Roel and the help of this group. We wanted to build the largest ice dome in the world. We did it in Finland, in Juka, it's a small village. We chose Finland because it's quite cold there. Normally it's like -15 average. But when we arrived it was 0 degrees and the warmest winter in 146 years. So it was quite a bad luck. The bad luck cost us like 1 week and we only had 3. Luckily, after 2 weeks, it began to freeze quite hard. It was -10 and we could start building an ice dome because it's not possible with 0 degrees. The building the ice dome, we used a special process. We started with a rope cover which was anchored into the ground, as you can see here. The rope cover is meant for shaping the dome. It was an optimal form, which was best for the strength of the dome. Underneath this rope cover, we put a large membrane bag, as you can see in this picture. This membrane bag is meant to be the mold of the ice dome, and the rope cover is meant to be for the shape. And the second picture, you can see how the ice dome will look. It gives a good impression, and then we could start building. In this picture, you can see the ice dome is 30 meters in span and 10 meters in height. And in the front, you can see the opening. Now because of the week we lost, we had to work really hard, and we worked for 24 hours a day in 4 shifts, twice 3 hours, 1 a day light and 1 at night. This is one of the shifts. We had a lot of fun because it was a really nice group to work with, but we worked really hard. The first material we used is snow, but it was the warmest winter in 146 years, so there wasn't any snow. We had to create our own snow. As you can see here, we used a snow cannon. They arranged that for us, and it was really helpful. The layers of snow are important because we use the combination of water and snow to create tiny layers. In this picture you can see a large machine putting really tiny layers on top of the shell, and we need really large machines because it's a large dome. In this picture, a special product why we could build this dome is PechaKucha. PechaKucha is a fiber reinforced ice. As you can see here, we used wood dust mixed with ice, and when we mixed with water, and when it becomes ice, it's stronger than normal ice, 3 times as strong. Here you can see, this is my father-in-law spraying the ice dome, and this causes a strong ice layer, which was needed on certain places. In the next picture you can see the dome, where we sprayed the ice dome, where we sprayed the PechaKucha. You can see the brownish layer is the PechaKucha. It's 3 times as strong. And the top layer, there aren't any that large stresses in the membrane shell. That's why we just kept it normal ice, because the advantage of normal ice is that it's translucent, so light can come in when the dome is ready. So that was our idea, and this is how we sprayed the top of the shell with normal water mixed with snow. We built some layers. We built the layers till it was thick enough that the dome could stand on its own and the membrane back should be removed. But it didn't went quite good because at one time, one person from Finland just removed the power switch from the membrane back, and that's what caused the collapse, which you can see here. The collapse cost us like 2 days, and we only had 1 week, so we had to hurry a lot. So we asked for a little help, and our help was the fire department of the local fireplace. As you can see here, a few men on the front of the car and a few men on top of the car, spraying more water on top of the shell to create more ice. The 30-meter span dome was done. The only thing what we should do was removing the membrane back. Removing the membrane back was kind of exciting, and it worked out. As you can see here, the dome isn't collapsing. So we removed all the air out of the bag and removed the bag out of the dome. So the dome could stand on its own. Now the special thing about the dome was the piping layer, which you can see quite clearly here. And the top of the shell is normal ice. Also you can see the light coming in and the people of Juka making pictures. So they were quite happy with their ice dome. For us, the municipality of Juka organized an opening in a village where only 5,000 people live. 2,000 people came to the opening. So it was quite nice. And we could stand there delivering the Pike key to the mayor, and the mayor was thanking us for all the publicity they got from the Pike Dome. So it was a really nice experience. 3 weeks, we had a lot of fun with the whole group, and really nice experience and with this result. And it was nice to share the story with you. Thank you.